Good morning, everybody. My name is Noel. This is a 45-minute Kali Theta flow. Um, and this is a donation-based class, so pay what you can. Those donations can go to www.blackswanyoga.com/live. If you're already on the website, there's a donate link right underneath, maybe above. It's above the video that you're watching on our website. And if you're streaming from YouTube directly, then head on over to blackswanyoga.com/live, and that has a direct link to our teacher relief fund. Those funds allow us to continue to teach and have money to pay bills and all of those amazing things. So we really appreciate you guys so much as a community, allowing us to continue to do what we love and hopefully provide you a little bit of normalcy in this crazy time. This is Aspen, my 17-year-old pup. This is pretty much all she does is Shavasana. She's the best at it, so she'll be joining us today. This Kali themed flow is really meant to kind of burn off some of that nervous energy or stagnant energy that you've been dealing with. Kali is a pretty ferocious character in Hindu mythology. She's a goddess, and she's pretty amazing. On the battlefield, she goes and is said to be the destroyer of evil and also the liberator of ego. So this is a nice time too if you're kind of all up in your head and not really sure about what's going on with yourself or with your career or finances or wherever you're at right now. So that's a nice picture. She also wears a belt of arms and a necklace of heads that she has slaughtered in victory on the battlefield. So if that gives you a nice mental image, she has sharpened teeth and is always kind of like, ah. So that's the Kali vibe we're going for today. Ferocious, feminine energy, and even if you're a dude practicing this, we all have feminine and masculine energy within us. So today we're just going to be challenging the idea of that concept. So Kali themed flow, ferocious energy, letting go of that ego, and she's also linked with fertility, sensuality or sexuality, and creativity. So if you're feeling a little stagnant mentally or having trouble getting projects going, I know a lot of us right now feel really obligated to be doing so much with what we may have some extra free time. I know some of us are busier than we normally are. So with this free time, you might feel like you just don't really want to do much. So this might open up a little room for creativity, maybe to pick up a new book or start a hobby that you've been wanting to work with. We'll get started in just a minute. If you want to follow along, playlist I have on Spotify is called Kali, Kali 45. It's on my Spotify. My name is Noel Anderson. You can look me up on there. I also linked it on my Instagram, which is the Songbird Yogi. If you want to look there, I have the link set up. So link that up. I'll let you know when to press play. It's a good like heavy beat themed flow because Kali is also linked with our root and sacral chakras, which is where kind of our source of self is. So that's where this liberator, the idea of liberating our ego comes in. And you have to kind of let go of the concept of like our bad ego, and that's really what Kali is letting go of, so that you can really own your space without being, snobby about it, I guess is the way I would put it. Grab your beverages. I always have two. Got some water and some delicious coffee this morning. You don't really need any props for class, but if you have a blanket or a pillow handy, those can be helpful. That are pretty spicy and are really great to add into salsas or cooking. It's great. Alright y'all, so if you're just hopping on, my name is Noel. This is a 45-minute Kali themed flow. Kali is a goddess in Hindu mythology. She is ferocious and is said to be the destroyer of evil. She heads onto battlefields and essentially slaughters her enemies and wears their heads on a necklace around her neck and the arms of them on her belt. So you can picture that. She has sharpened teeth and she's just kind of a ferocious badass. Now outside of the idea of, I think that gives kind of a violent picture of her, but it's really just kind of representing being able to fight through these challenges or places that we find ourselves in that can be really difficult, and allowing yourself to be free of your negative ego, so you can really own your own space and know that you are able to and have it in you to rise over these challenges and difficult situations, which I think is a really great theme for right now. And also, we're going to feel a little bit of fire inside of us today to burn off some of that stagnant energy and any of that nervous energy that you've been feeling. I know my anxiety is through the roof lately, so we'll work through that. If you're just getting on, Spotify has a playlist, Collie 45. It is my playlist, Noel Anderson, so you can pop that on, and I'll let you know when to start it, essentially when we get into our tabletop position. We're going to start on our backs today. Supta Baddha Konasana or supine butterfly. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees out wide, and then slowly lower down to your back. Land down on your back. All right, y'all, I think we're back online. Sorry about that. YouTube has a lovely habit of kicking us off. Okay, back in action. I love technology. So if you're still on your back, soles of the feet together, I don't know when this cut off, but we'll just meet back in our tabletop position. Screen's looking a little fuzzy from here, so hopefully it's not too bad for you guys. But, you know, working through challenges, difficult situations, part of our Collie theme today. So from your tabletop position, allow your belly to tug in towards your spine, just gently. Relax the chin so the back of your neck lengthens. And then just take a moment to really feel the rooting through all 10 fingers, through the shins. Relax to the tops of the feet and actively press through the shins to find a little lift through the low core and the pelvis. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, Collie breath, stick your tongue out. Open your mouth. Inhale. Exhale, Collie breath. One more time. And slowly curl the toes under. Start to walk yourself back, using your hands for support here. Now, with the fingertips underneath your shoulders, start to rock the weight to the tippy toes and start to lift the knees for a toe squat. Now, I personally like my feet about hip width distance here to help with balance, but if you feel pretty stable, you can step the big toes into touch. But we'll start with the feet hip width distance if you'd like to join me. Now, keeping the fingertips for support first, find some length, some proudness in the chest and the spine, and then start to spike the heels as high as you can over the ball mounds of your feet. Take a moment to rock the weight a little from side to side, massaging at the ball mounds of my feet. Might feel really tight and sore today, so if you're there, just do the best you can. And then regardless of the spacing of the thighs, find some activation by squeezing the inner thighs together. You'll feel that low core, that root chakra integration. And then if you're feeling good, focus your vision just in front of you. And you might lift the right arm and start to wrap it across the knees. If you're feeling wobbly here, it's cool, do your best. Continue to breathe. And then you might relax the right hand down and slowly bring the left arm up. Keep the vision focused, keep spiking the heels. Good. Now if you're feeling pretty good here, you might play around with lifting both hands off the ground. Ooh, keep your vision focused, press down through the big toes especially. Keep proud through the spine and the chest. I know it's challenging, keep breathing. Beautiful, yeah, I'll take one more deep inhale. And a full exhale. And slowly relax the hands down. We're going to take a version of our Malasana squat. So kick the heels in towards one another, let the knees fall out wide like a frog, and then really start to press down through the heels. The toes are turned out and away from each other. Hands for support in front of you. My ankles and Achilles tendons are tight. I'm already feeling this. We're going for a back of leg stretch, so you can really allow the heels to drop down as far as feels good. The knees splay open wide, so you'll also start to feel this in the groin. And then from here, allow yourself to really fold between the thighs. You can relax the chin to the chest. Just allow yourself to breathe in this shape. Feel this rooting squat formation. Maintaining the breath. Two more rounds of breath here. Stick with it. Feeling all of the fire start to build in the feet, really feeling that rooting sensation, like you're actually growing roots down through the mat and into the ground beneath you. And walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Start to lift the hips, straighten the legs, forward fold. Turn all 10 toes forward. Feet can land wide, or you might step them in a little closer together, but allow a gentle bend or a deep bend into the knees, and then really allow the upper body to just drape and fold over. If it feels good, you can grab for opposite elbows or maybe the nape of your neck and find a little bit more traction. Take one more deep inhale. As you exhale, relax your fingertips down. Keep the bend in your knees, tuck the chin in towards your chest, and take a nice slow motion rise all the way up to mountain pose. And give yourself a sassy hair flip at the top. Sweep your fingertips up high, find your mountain pose. Find a little spin of your pinkies in. Continue to breathe here. Take a deep inhale. And a full exhale. One more time, deep breath in. Exhale, sit low, chair pose. Now allow your shoulders to rest down and away from your ears. Pull the belly button in towards your spine, and just like you're sitting down into a chair, allow yourself to find some depth here. Peek down, make sure you can see all 10 toes. If you can't, try pulling your knees in line with your ankles, sit a little lower. Start to feel the heat building up through the feet and into the legs now. Keep the breath moving. Body, but keep the breath moving, continue to breathe. Now we're going to find our first mudra, Kali Mudra. Bring the hands together, release the pointer finger straight up and hook the thumbs. Find that same fist sensation with the other 3 fingers, so you're really gripping here, starting to bring that fire all the way up through the shoulders. Sit a little bit lower, pull the belly in, start to feel that warmth, continue to breathe. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands, keep them back behind you. Keep that deep sit in the legs, drinking bird. Squeeze the palms in. And now slowly start to bring the weight forward, see if you can lift the heels just like we did in our toe squat, but keep that deep bend in your knees, core and belly are engaged. You can hinge and rock as far forward as feels good, finding that little fold from the waistline. Keep squeezing and pressing down through the big toes, especially will help engage the inner ankle for balance here. One more deep inhale. Full exhale, drop the heels, let it go, forward fold. Take a deep bend into your right knee, step the left toes to the back of your mat, low lunge. Lengthen your step for lengthen your stance first, and then lower down to your left shin, press the left shin into the earth. When you feel stable through the legs, rise up, Kali Mudra, hands interlace, point the fingers. Press down through the heel, traction the heel back as you pull the left thigh forward and pull the belly button in towards your spine. Let the biceps pull in towards the ears, but relax the shoulders so the neck is long. Continue to breathe here, feeling that fire build through the body. And then you can really start to walk the right foot forward if you're feeling pretty stable here, and allow yourself to find some more depth through the hips and the pelvis. Activating through that left shin, pressing down. We're not collapsing, but we're allowing ourselves a deep stretch. Take one more deep inhale. As you exhale, release the hands. Right forearm comes onto your thigh, palm rolls open. Now from here, you can bring the left hand to the left hip and start to turn your body towards the back left heel. If you're feeling good here, the left arm can start to reach for the back left heel for a twist. One more beautiful stopping point, or if you'd like to add on, focus your vision. Kick the left heel in towards your glute, maybe you grab for a quad stretch and allow yourself to sink a little deeper. Now if you don't have the grip of the foot, it's no big deal, find that twist. Allow yourself to be breathing wherever you are. If you're feeling too much energy, a little bit too much heat start to build, you might find that Kali breath, deep inhale.
Open mouth, let it go. Without slingshotting, slowly release the left shin down to the ground. Allow your hands to frame your foot. Curl the back toes under, lift the back left knee. I know that the legs are burning. I am here with you. Meet yourself in this challenge. Now once you find the stability through your legs, spike the left heel high, gentle bend in your left knee, rise it up, high lunge. Kali Mudra with the hands. Pointer fingers shoot straight up. Now this Kali Mudra is supposed to represent the arrow, shooting straight and aiming true from the space of your heart. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, spin your left heel down. Pull down with the left elbow like you're shooting a bow and arrow. The right arm is the arrow, starting to angle it up at a 45-degree angle. If you need a break, straighten the right leg and then rebend, finding that strong warrior two stance with the legs. Shine the chest open towards the side of your mat and start to lean down with the left elbow. Breathe. Big inhale here, reach the right hand high. Exhale, goddess squat, turn the left heel in, toes turn out, Kali Mudra overhead. Stamp down through the heels, sit as low as you can, and if your butt sticks out towards the back, pull it underneath you, allowing the shoulders to stack over the hips. And then sway a little from side to side. Feel the rooting of the feet, focus. Sit as low as you can, take a deep inhale. Exhale, Kali breath, stick the tongue out. One more time, inhale. Ooh, sweet release, straighten the legs, reach the hands up high, star pose, burst open. Take a moment to squeeze the butt, press your hips forward. All 10 toes face the top of your mat, hands down to frame your foot. Step it back, high plank. Our vinyasa will be a little bit different today. From your high plank, lower knees, chest, and shin, creating a little wormy W shape. Your elbows can up and back just like our chaturanga. Take a moment here just to feel this, breathe. Now using the press of your hands, pull yourself forward into your baby cobra, big breath in to lift the chest. Exhale, lower all the way down, child's pose, hips to heels. Stay here for as long as you need, and downward facing dog. A few breaths in your child's pose or downward dog. Noticing the heat in the right leg versus your left leg. Two more rounds of breath. As you're ready, let's all meet in our downward facing dog. This is our first down dog of class. We don't have a ton of these today, but take some time to settle in. Press down through all 10 finger pads a lot, almost like little spiders on the mat, your hands grip. And from this space, from this traction of your hands, you can start to press the chest back towards the thighs, allowing the hips to reach high. Pedal the knees. Don't worry about the heels touching the ground. Worry more about finding length and strength through your spine here. Take a big breath in, bend your knees, look forward, take tiny steps to the top of your mat, maybe rocking a little bit to the beat. Dance it out all the way to the top. Stamp the feet down, inhale, mountain pose, rise up, reach the fingertips high. Exhale, chair, sit low through the legs. Core is strong, sit as low as you can, knees over ankles, pull the belly up. Kali Mudra, interlace the fingertips, pointer finger, shoot straight up like an arrow. Take a big inhale. Open mouth, Kali breath. Take the hands back behind you, lift the heels, drinking bird, keep the legs sitting low. Squeeze the palms in towards one another, activate those shoulders. Embrace the challenge here. One more deep inhale. Exhale, drop the heels forward, fold, let it go. Shake the head loose. Bend into the left knee generously, step the right toes to the back of your mat. Lengthen your stance and lower down to the right shin. Press through the feet in the shin. Slowly rise it up, Kali Mudra overhead in your low lunge. Stamp down through the left heel and actively drag yourself forward here. Take a moment just to activate that right quad. If it's feeling tight here, this is a beautiful place to stay. Or you might walk the left foot a little further forward and allow yourself to sink deeper. Commit to this lunge wherever you are. Find that ferocity, overcoming challenges as you are faced with them. Take one more big breath in, puff up the chest. As you exhale, release the left forearm down to the thigh, roll your palm open. Now you can have a good amount of weight in here. Now using this leverage from the left forearm, start to roll your chest open towards the right side of your mat. From here, if you feel good, the right arm will reach straight back towards the right heel. This is a beautiful place to stay. If you'd like a little bit more, start to kick the right heel in towards your glute. Focus your vision because this one will make you wobbly. You can grab for the top of your foot. You can find that quad stretch, really settling down into the hips. Now this one is a doozy, so allow yourself to just breathe through it. One more deep inhale. Full exhale, release the right foot very gently. Roll the hands down to frame your foot. Curl the right toes under, hover the right knee, finding a lifted lunge here. Spike the right heel a lot. Gentle bend in the right knee so you find some buoyancy through the pelvis, maybe a little booty shake here. And then slowly rise up to your high crescent lunge. Kali Mudra overhead, interlace the fingers, pointer finger shakes, shoot straight up. Bend deeply into the left knee, allowing the knee to stack over the ankle, really working that left leg, feeling that burn, feeling the fire, the rooting through the feet here. Now we have a stable base so that we can feel a little bit more freedom through the upper body. Take a deep inhale, puff the chest. Exhale, spin the right heel down, Archer Warrior 2. Pull down with the right arm, elbow bends, squeezing the right shoulder to the back body. Left arm shoots up and at an angle, straight like an arrow. Actively pull your chest towards the right side of your mat. Settle a little deeper into your Warrior 2 stance. Breathe. Channeling your inner Katniss here, pulling the arrow back, getting ready to aim and shoot through. Take a big inhale. Exhale, goddess squat. Turn the right toes out, sit low through the right heel, sweep the arms overhead, Kali Mudra. You can sway a little from side to side. And let left thigh break if you need it, or just settle into the fire. Pull the pelvis underneath you. Sit as low as you can, pressing through the pinky edges of your feet, allowing your knees to wrap open away from each other. Stick with it, you got it. Deep breath in. Exhale, Kali breath, tongue out. 2 more times, inhale. Exhale, Kali breath. 1 more. Inhale, star pose, burst open, straighten the legs. Oh, sweet relief. All 10 toes face the top of your mat. Hands down to frame your foot. Step back, high plank. Lower knees, chest and chin, booty stays high. W shape with the body. Pull yourself forward, big inhale, baby cobra, lift the chest. Exhale, roll it down, hips to heels, child's pose. Stay here, straight to your downward facing dog. You have 3 rounds of breath. Coming back to a focus of breath, finding some balance there if it's rushed, grabbing water if you need it. Last inhale and exhale wherever you are. And as you're ready, downward facing dog. All right, y'all, we're gonna move a little faster through the second side, starting to build some heat, and we'll also add on a little bit. Puddle out the knees, take a deep inhale. Big Kali breath out, step your tongue out. Bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, mountain pose, root to rise. Sweep the hands up high. Exhale, chair sit low. Kali Mudra, 1 breath. Inhale. Exhale, drinking bird. Keep the hands back behind you. Keep the legs bent. Spike the heels. Rock the chest forward. Belly is strong to support the low back here. One breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Drop the heels. Let it go. Bend into your right knee. Step the left toes back, rising straight up to our high crescent lunge, Kali Mudra overhead. Take a a moment to find the strength in your legs. Spike your left heel, gentle bend in the left knee, bring the weight a little bit more into the right foot, burn that right quad. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, warrior two with archer arms. Spike the left elbow back, spin the left heel down, right arm angles up, shooting straight, aim true. Take a big breath in. Exhale, goddess squat, turn the left heels in, arms rise overhead, Kali Mudra, sit low. Good, let's find some stillness here. Stamp down through the feet, pull the pelvis underneath you, breathe, you got it. Big inhale. Kali breath, tongue out. Two more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, star pose, burst open. All 10 toes face forward, hands down, high plank, step it back. Pause here. Make sure your left hand roots right underneath your left shoulder. Side plank, roll onto the pinky edge of your left foot. Feet can stack or stagger, right hand high. If you're staggering the feet, drop your right foot back behind you. Lift that left hip a little higher away from the ground. Stay here, wild thing, right knee bends and scoots a little further back. Roll the butt down and then lift up. Find your back bend, arm sweeps over your ear. Stand through the feet. And this beautiful wild heart opening. Take one more deep inhale. Exhale, sweetly high plank, roll yourself back. Vinyasa, knees, chest and chin. Inhale, baby cobra, pull the chest through, heart opener. Hips to heels, child's pose. Downward facing dog, curl the toes under, hips high. Come back to the breath. Embracing that heat, burning off whatever you need to, liberating that negative ego. Breath in, look forward, bend your knees, breath out, top of mat, make your way there. Inhale, mountain pose, rise up. Exhale, chair, Kali Mudra, one breath. Deep inhale. Exhale, drinking bird, cape the arms. Lift the heels, rock your weight forward. Focus your vision. See if you can sit a little bit lower. Big breath in. Drop the heels, forward fold, let it go. Bend into your left knee deeply, step the right toes to the back of your mat. High crescent lunge, Kali Mudra overhead. Settle into the legs, find your breath. Deep inhale. Exhale, warrior two with your archer arms, right elbow bends, shooting the arrow, left arm angles up. Pull your chest to the side, settle into those legs. Inhale here. Exhale, goddess squat, Kali Mudra rises overhead, sit low through the legs. 3 rounds of Kali breath. Deep inhale. Exhale, tongue out, let it go. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, star pose, burst open. All 10 toes face forward, hands down, high plank, step it back. Find your strength first. Right side plank, right palm grounds, roll to the pinky edge of your right foot, feet can stagger or stack. Top leg behind you. Press away from the ground, press through the feet, find that lift of the right hip. Stay here, a wild thing. Left knee bends. Roll your chest open to the sky. Left arm fires overhead. This beautiful, ferocious opening of the heart. Channel it, take a deep inhale. Exhale, mindfully come back to your high plank. Big breath in. Exhale, lower all the way down, knees, chest and chin. Inhale, baby cobra, pull the chest through. Child's pose, hips to heels, pause here. Give yourself a moment to breathe in child's pose, coming back, feeling all of that heat. Allowing any frustrations or expectations you feel that you haven't met fade away. Imagining any of those things on a battlefield, allowing Kali to take care of them for you. Adding one more trophy to or necklace of heads or her belt of arms. As you're ready, hands to the earth, downward facing dog, hips come high. Take a big breath in, sweep the right leg long and up behind you. Kick out through the right heel and think of lifting through the entire back side of your right leg. Take a moment to just lengthen through the back side of the left heel. Feeling this nice stretch through the left leg and the right. Take one more inhale, kick a little higher. Exhale, half pigeon, right knee draws to the outside of your right wrist. Settle the shin down. Now for today, we're gonna find more of an angle. So if you've taken my yin classes, this one's called Sleeping Swan. So right heel angles in towards your left hip bone. And this means our weight's gonna naturally rock a little bit more towards the right glute and right thigh, and that's okay. Take a peek over your left shoulder and make sure that left leg is shooting straight and strong back behind you. Walk the hands as close to the hips as you can and get a really proud chest here. You'll feel a gentle back bend or a deep one. Breathe. Beautiful. Now if this is intense enough, you are welcome to stay or fold over for more traditional shape. Or you can head with us to our peak pose today, which is mermaid pose. This is like the ultimate like feminine ferocious pose. It's really intense for me, but it also feels really badass and graceful. So if you'd like to join in, play around with lifting your fingertips off of the ground. Let the pelvis and the back work for you, see how it feels. Good. I'm feeling pretty good here today, so my right fingertips will come right in front of my right knee. And I'm gonna kick the left heel in towards my glute, just like we did in that lunge. I'm gonna reach the left hand back, find that open twist. This might be a good stopping point, or maybe you can grab for the top of your left foot. Slowly start to pull it in. Now if you have a deep bend in your left elbow, you can start to scoot your foot into the crook of your arm. Get proud through the chest, and just like we did in that warrior two, see if you can spin your chest to the long side of your mat. Belly pulls in. It's really easy to kind of collapse into the belly here, but support your low back, let something work for you. And then you might bring the hands interlace in front of you and find your Kali Mudra. Now if right off the bat you're like, oh, too much pressure, relax the arms, it's not necessary. You can just imagine the Kali Mudra in your head. If you have it, allow that heel to drop in, keep using the arm for leverage, and allowing the fingertips to aim true. One more deep inhale. And the full exhale. Just as slowly as you came in, allow your left leg to release down. Spin the chest forward. Walk the hands just in front of you, curl the left toes under. Get really active through the left leg here. Step right foot back to meet the left, downward facing dog, hips come high. Pedal out the knees, stamp out the feet. As you're ready, lift the left heel, kick out long through the left leg. Allow that stretch to the back side of your right leg as well. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, left knee to the outside of your left wrist. Settle down to the shin and angle your left heel in towards your right hip bone. Again, it's okay in this shape to allow your weight to rock a little bit over to the left thigh, left glute. Then take a peek over your right shoulder. Make sure your right leg is shooting straight and strong back from your right hip. I like to keep my right toes curled under, so I'm keeping my leg nice and active here, so my pelvis is engaged. I'm not dumping into this anymore. And then if you can, walk the hands in line with your hips or as close as you can. Pull the chest long, proud. Pull the belly in towards your spine. Now this may feel like plenty for you. If you'd like to keep moving towards our mermaid pose, start to float the hands and see how this feels. Pull the belly in, press down through the shins. Allow yourself to be engaged and strong here. There's no collapsing. If you're feeling good here, left fingertips just inside your left knee. Find that open twist first. Right hand reaches back, maybe kick the heel in towards your glute. You automatically can grab the foot, give it a good little pull in. Find your depth here. Now if you have a deep bend in the right elbow, you might start to work the top of your foot into the crook of your arm. Now if you're somewhere along the way, that's a good place for you to be, no big deal. spin the chest towards the right side of your mat. Now, see how it feels to float the left fingertips. Maybe you find Kali Mudra, interlacing your fingertips and pointing your pointer finger straight away from your heart. Allow yourself to meet this shot. Strong through the belly, strong through the mind, strong through the body. One more deep inhale. As you exhale, just as sweetly, release the right leg down. Spin your chest back forward. Take a moment to lift the chest. Then relax the hands down. Activate the legs. Curl the right toes under. Step back, high plank. Downward facing dog. Hips come high, pedal out the knees. And slowly lower down to your shins for hero's pose, Vajrasana. Now, if this right off the bat feels a little too intense, you can grab something to support underneath you, maybe a blanket or a pillow, just to support underneath your tush. You can be setting right onto the heels. You might also let them splay out to the side if you know you like to go a little deeper into this shape. Now, if you're here and you'd still like to go a little bit more, you can rock your weight a little further behind you. Finding a nice proud chest here, gathering the shoulders at your back body. Think of pressing down through the shins and the knees so the legs are very active here. Now wherever you are, see if you can squeeze the shoulders a little bit more, puff the chest a little further, and find almost a back bend quality here. Allowing the back of your tailbone to wrap in towards the shoulder blades and opening and flaring through the front side of the ribs and the belly. Take a deep inhale, maybe you lift the chin. Exhale, Kali breath, tongue out, let it go. 2 more. Slowly back out, tuck the chin to the chest. Rise back up, hands to the thighs. Sweep your legs out to the side and then in front of you. Lower all the way down to your back. You grab some water along the way. Or coffee if you run on caffeine like me. Lower all the way down to your back, let the legs extend out long. And our back bend for the day is going to be an active fish pose. So gather the legs in towards one another like they're a big zipper. Press the big toes and the inner thighs to touch. And then slowly start to walk the hands underneath your tush. So lift one side, palm face down, slides underneath you. Thumb right in line with your low back or almost your butt crack. And then slide the right hand in and your hands will be making a diamond shape underneath you, palms down to the mat. And you want to allow the thumbs right, kind of at the top of your butt crack or your low back. And then you're going to start to walk the elbows nice and close in towards your ribs and your waistline. So your arms are really kind of pinned underneath you right now. You can squeeze the shoulder blades together. Now slowly engage through the legs, squeeze your butt cheeks, point through the toes. And then slowly start to press through the forearms. Keep breathing here. Try to lift and puff your chest up. Now this might be plenty for you. This can feel a little intense on the wrists and the fingies. If you're feeling pretty good, you can continue to press through the forearms until you can lift your chest and your back off of the ground. Immediately look behind you, drop the chin away from your chest. Allow the throat to open. Now, fish pose is going to be very gently just resting to the top of the head. There's very little weight in the top of your head. All of it is coming from this forearm activation. And you can play around with really lifting through the forearms and allowing your head to just very sweetly rest down. And then lengthen the legs, press down through the back sides of the calves, point the toes, legs are active. We have 5 rounds of breath here in our fish pose, or any stop along the way. This nice opening through the throat helps to activate our thyroid gland. This is really great for finding some balance of emotions or hormonal imbalance can be affected by the thyroid gland. This really allows for a lot of blood flow there, opening and flushing. good. Last 3 rounds of breath, we'll find our poly breath. Deep inhale through the nose. Tongue out. Join me as in deep inhale. Oh, almost. Deep breath in. Last time, exhale, poly breath. Good. Now slowly lift, press to the forearms, tuck the chin in towards your chest, and very sweetly roll down to your back. And then remove the arms one at a time. You can roll out the wrists, shake them out, very sweetly make some whooping motions with the hands. As you're ready, bend the knees, place the feet on the ground, scoot your hips to the right, nice big sassy scooch a few inches. Your right thigh will wrap on top of the left, and then you'll allow both knees to fall over to the left side of your mat. Now automatically the right shoulder likes to lift here, press through the back side of your arms, scoot your left shoulder a little further to the left side of your mat so you have space to rest the right shoulder down or pretty close to it. Arms can roll open, you can place the hands on the torso for that same grounding sensation. Allow any worries or expectations you feel you did not meet melt away. Kali is the liberator of ego, and the ego is all about attachment. Attachment to what should be, what could have been, and what you think that you want. Instead, you get what you need. The Rolling Stones wisdom for you. Take a few more rounds of breath, feeling this nice opening through the low back, through the sacrum, wrapping around through the right glute. Finding that same activation, engagement, and energy through your sacral and your root chakra, low body. As you're ready, unwrap the legs first. Roll onto your back, heels to the earth, knees bent. Give yourself that sassy little scooch over to the left. Left thigh wraps on top of the right. Knees fall to the right. Supine twist. Press into the backs of the arms. Scoot your shoulders over to the right and allow your left shoulder to rest down onto the mat or close to it, hanging heavy here. Hands to the torso. Eyes straight up or maybe looking away towards the left. Yourself just a few rounds of breath here. One more big breath in. And full breath out. Slowly unwrap the legs first. Roll to your back. Pull the feet together, knees out wide. Supta Baddha Konasana. Now this will be our Shavasana shape. If this feels too intense, just extend the legs for a more traditional variation. Or you can also tuck a pillow or blanket underneath the outsides of your thighs for a little bit more support. Palms back to the front side of the pelvis, or if this feels a little too grounding, you can open your palms up and really embrace the energy arriving. Take a moment to flex the feet, curl the toes in, find a lot of activation through the low body, press through the heels, squeeze through the inner thighs, pull the low belly in. Really press your shoulders into the ground, ball your hands into fists wherever they are, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. In the squish of your face like you just ate a lemon, squeeze everything in. Take a deep inhale, last time, Kali breath, release. At the bottom of this exhale, allow yourself to settle. Settle into this place of rest, having destroyed whatever evil challenges or difficult situations may have arisen. Liberating the ego and meeting yourself here exactly as you are today and really owning that space that is yours. Give yourself these moments of rest, and I'm here to guide you out when it's time.
Take a deep breath in. And a soft, open mouth exhale, let it go. Continue to carry and deepen the breath in and out. Starting to bring some movement back to the body. Making your rolls through the wrists and the ankles, maybe a good morning stretch. And slowly rolling to one side and making your own way up to a seat, taking a few rounds of breath if you need it. Maybe you find yourself needing to continue to rest and you stay on your back, and that is beautiful. Kali is a reminder of our strength and ferocious ability to meet and overcome challenges and difficult situations. These challenges, and sometimes very painful and difficult situations we face, are just an opportunity for profound personal growth and for the discovery of our true potential. Allowing yourself to remain open to what you are in this moment, nothing before and nothing past. Let go of the idea of who you should have been 3 years ago. All of the mistakes that you should not have made. Things that you dwell on. Let go of the you from 3 years from now that you think will have all of their shit together. You probably won't, and that's okay. Instead, come now to who you are, sitting on your mat, exactly as you are. This is you, and this is perfect for today, for this moment. This is all that you need. Kali Mudra at Heart Center. Pointer fingers released straight out from the heart. Remembering that you have the capabilities to aim true and shoot directly to the target that you aim for. Your goals, whatever they may be, however they may change, day to day, breath to breath. You have the capabilities. It is within you. You are here. Thank you so much for choosing to practice with me today. Allowing yourself to meet challenges, technical difficulties, all the things that we face. You have the capability to overcome. My name is Noel. Namaste. Beautiful job, y'all. Thank you so much. Sorry for the technical difficulties. It looks fuzzy on my screen here, but you know, you can hear me. Hopefully, we're doing the best that we can. If you have any questions, hit me up. I'm on Instagram. I love to chat about yoga, especially about any questions that you may have, or just getting to know each other a little bit better. Follow me on Instagram. It's the Songbird Yogi. Slide into those DMs. I'm happy to chat with you. Again, thank you. If you are able to donate, blackswanyoga.com/live. It's just above our video feed if you are not on the website right now, or if you are, click that link, help out our teachers, myself included, and allow us to keep these amazing live stream classes going until we can be back together in person. Thank you so much for everything that you're doing as a community to support us and just showing up day to day and continuing your practice, most importantly for you. Aspen thanks you as well. Her birthday is coming up on May 7th. If you're interested in joining her Zoom birthday party, May 7th, I'll send you an invite. Thanks y'all so much. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Remember tonight, 9:45, DJ Cassandra is doing a dance party, 9:45 p.m. Central Time on our Instagram, Black Swan Yoga Austin. We'll see you there. Thanks y'all.